Hi everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started with literacy for today. So today for literacy, we are going to be using the book Firefighters from Raz Kids. It's a level J, so you should be able to log on and find that book somewhere in your library. The two things we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the table of contents and we're going to talk about the headings. So the table of contents is always at the beginning of your book, and it just tells you all the different sections that are going to be in the book. And this is helpful because if you're doing research, you could just open up to the table of contents and then you could look and see if that book has what you are looking for. And then our second text feature for today is going to be headings. So headings are throughout the book and they're going to tell you what the whole section is about. Now the section might be 1 page, it might be 2 pages, it could even be 3 or 10 pages. But you're going to see a heading every time the section changes. And when the section changes, that's when the topic's going to change. So for example, I'm looking at our Firefighters book from Raz Kids, and I can see that firefighting machines starts on page 9. And then there's 4 whole pages about firefighting machines until we get to page 13, and then it switches into telling us how we become a firefighter. So just to recap, the table of contents is at the beginning of the book and it tells us what all the different sections of the book are about. And then you have the headings, and the headings are throughout the book and they tell you what that whole section is going to be about. So this is really helpful if you're doing research and you're just looking for like one specific thing about firefighting. The table of contents and the headings can help you figure that out. So what we're going to ask everybody to do is we're going to ask for your independent work that you get onto Raz Kids and you find the book Firefighters in level J. If you're having trouble, just email your teacher and they should be able to get it for you. And then you're going to answer these 2 questions. So question number 1 says, how does the table of contents help readers? So what does that table of contents do to help readers? And then question number 2, what is one heading from the text? Okay, so that's for literacy today. Now for math, we're going to go ahead and move on, and we are going to be adding and subtracting today using rods and dots. So I'm going to give you an example of both of those things. I made a little anchor chart for each one. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. So right here, this is our anchor chart for how to use rods and dots to add. So step number 1. If we are doing the problem 62 plus 24 equals blank, okay? 62 plus 24 equals blank. Step number 1 for my anchor chart says that I need to draw the first number using rods and dots. So I'm going to draw 62 using rods and dots. So I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then I need 61, 62. Now step 2 on my anchor chart tells me that I need to draw the second number with rods and dots. So 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, now step 3 tells me that I need to count the tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And then step 4 tells me I need to count my ones. So 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. So I used rods and dots to figure out that 62 plus 24 equals 86. So I write my answer in, and then I can move on to my next problem. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you one more, just so we can kind of get the hang of it. So our next problem is going to say 37 plus 20 equals blank. Okay, here we go. So step 1, I need to draw my first number with rods and dots. So I can go 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. And then 20, 10, 20. Okay, I need to count my tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then count my ones, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. So I know that my answer is 57. Okay? So that's adding with rods and dots. And here is that anchor chart one more time. Okay, now we are going to move on to subtracting with rods and dots. And subtracting, you really have to make sure you're paying attention or you could accidentally do it wrong. So here is our anchor chart for subtracting with rods and dots. It's exactly the same, but we're subtracting instead of adding. So if I have 88 minus 22 equals blank, here it is. Step 1 told me that I need to go ahead and draw my first number with rods and dots. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. So there's 88. Now I'm subtracting, so I need to take away 22. So I know that 22 is 2 rods and 2 dots. So I'm going to take away 2 rods, and then I'm going to take away 2 dots. Then I need to count what I have left. That's why I cross out so that I don't get confused. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. So 88 minus 22, 66. Okay, I'm going to show you one more just so we can kind of get the hang of it. So let's do 72 minus 40 equals blank. Okay, the first thing I need to do is I need to draw that first number. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72. Then I need to take away this number. I know that 40 is 4 rods and 0 dots. So I'm going to take away 4 rods. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to count what I have left. So I have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. So 72 minus 40 equals 32. And here is that anchor chart one more time, just in case you need it. Okay, so for your independent work for math today, we are asking you to solve these 4 equations using rods and dots. All right, so the last thing that we are asking from you guys today is that you do science and social studies. Science and social studies every day is going to be watching a Brain Pop Junior video and taking the quiz. So today you are watching plant life cycle video and you're taking the easy quiz, okay? And I will go ahead and just in case you need a login for Brain Pop Junior, the username is Saint Gabriel, and then the password is capital P in Pop 1. So here's that username and password, just in case you need it. So, like I said, we missed you guys on Zoom today. If you weren't able to join us, we really hope that you can join us tomorrow. We're on everyday teaching from 9 to 10. Then it's time for you to do your independent work. So if you have any questions about your independent work, please hop on Zoom between 10 and 11. All the teachers have office hours and your teacher will be on. And then we have office hours again from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. If neither of those times work for you, please email your teacher and she will be happy to set something up with you. Thanks, guys.